Good evening and welcome to Wednesday's Family Yoga. So bring ourselves to our spot and get ourselves ready for our class. So we're just making sure we're bringing ourselves into mountain pose, our legs in line with our hips, engaging our thighs and our knees, engaging our pelvic floor, but not our abdominals, because we want to breathe all the way into the bottom, fill up the lungs, and as we breathe out, push everything back out again. So we're going to turn our shoulders round, tuck our chin in. If we want, we can always bring our hands into prayer, that's fine as well. But we're going to breathe in, trying to fill the lungs, imagining that you're going round. I imagine it's like candy floss. So as I'm breathing in, I can see the air going, circling in a circle around my body, filling my lungs all the way round, all the way to the top. As I breathe out, I imagine squeezing and then pushing up with the diaphragm to push all the air out. You may feel you want to move as well. Try and make sure that that air gets all the way into every bit of the lungs. Keeping our hands where they are, if we're not bringing them into prayer, sorry, and you're squeezing the hands together, but pull the chin down towards the chest. Breathe out, hold it here. Squeeze them shoulders forward, squeeze them hands forward. About that big breath in, where do you feel it most? So we're going to bring our head back up. We're taking them hands into back prayer. Now, if you can't get into back prayer, then you can hold it here, that's fine. We're going to take the head back. We're again breathing in that big breath. 3 of these. Where do we feel it most? So we're going to take the hands down and grab hold of them so they're like this, but bring the one to the side. Now as you're pulling, whichever side you're pulling the hands to, you're going to tilt the head towards that side. So wherever these are, so yeah, they do that way, then do that way. Again, then big breaths. Bringing it back, sliding it across, pushing forward so the elbows are coming forward, and again bending the head towards the hands. So again, we're going to do the same thing, slide the hands over. Now we're going to look over the shoulder towards the hands again. That's it. And then bringing it back to centre, slide them hands across. And again, look towards the hands. Take the hands out, bring them down. So we're going to move forwards and backwards, in and out of forward bend. If you need to bend the knees, but try and keep the back straight. You can have the hands on the hips, or you can take the arms down. It's up to you. So I'm going to stay with the hands on the hips first. Now remember, bend your knees if you feel that it's on your back, you feel any pain there, or you feel any tightness through the hamstrings. So we're breathing in, and as we go forward from the hips, breathe out, take it down. Breathe in, lift back up again. So again, I'm going to take the arms up this time, but you don't have to. Breathing out, taking it down. Breathing in, lifting up. Let's do two more. Breathing out, taking it down. Breathing in, lifting back. Last one. Breathe out. Lovely. And breathe in. Lift up. Take the arms down. So we're going to do the same thing going backwards. So again, I'll start with my hands on my hips. We're going to breathe in to go back. Breathe out to come back up. So breathe in. Stretch back. Breathe out, come forward. I'm using my arms this time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Two more. and bring them down. Lovely. So we're going to take it to the side. So again, I'll start with my hands on my hip and then I'll use my arms up. So we're going, breathing out to go over, breathing in to come up, and then breathe out to the other side. Breathe in to come up, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. 2 more each side. Last ones. Bring the arms down. And let's do the same thing with that circular move. So taking the arms on the hips, we're going to breathe out. Take it round, breathe in, come back, breathe out, breathe in. And it's the waist that's doing the movements. Breathing out, breathing in. Then you should feel them back muscles pulling, twist. Last ones. Bring the arms back down. So let's take it into a little wind, work our waist. Take your feet slightly apart, bend the knees. Make sure the toes are going in the same direction. Let's start with front and back. So if we move the hip forwards and backwards. So we're just rocking it underneath. And this will work the front stomach muscles and also that back muscle as well. And then we're going to bring it to straight. So I'm going to get you, if you've got a block, grab your block. I'm going to drop the camera down to my foot. Now remember, if you need to, hold a wall. If you haven't got a block, a cushion or anything, just to lift yourself a little bit further up. You're going to place one foot on the block. The other foot's on the floor. You're then going to lift your foot off the floor, lifting, using that hip muscle to lift it up. And you'll feel that whole muscle and that side working. And we're going to do one more on this side. And bring it down. And you should also feel this side stretching a little bit more. So let's change sides. Bring the foot up. Lift it up. Bring it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Bring it down. Now you can, if you want, use this for the next one, but you don't have to. It just increases the flexibility. So we're bringing it into that movement. Now remember, you don't have to. It's just something that we always do, but just adding again a little bit more. Why not? May as well. And then bringing it down. Let's change sides. Taking it round. And bring it down. So, if you've got a ball, or like I said, a tin, anything like that, you may need to hold onto a wall, or make sure, or see if you've got a chair or anything, but make sure you keep one foot on the floor. You're using that to kind of roll round in a circle. So you're rubbing it anywhere along your foot that it can go. But like I said, if you've got a tin of beans or anything like that, just roll your foot along the beans as well. People are freezing, so I don't know whether it's me or yous. But make sure you've got one foot on the floor so that you don't fall over. But you're rubbing your foot against against anything, so that you'll feel when you're going right between the, especially the bridge, you may find there's really kind of tight, and that's a nice place. It should be quite painful, but it's actually to try and release some of the muscles and ligaments there. You may find if you rub it along your toes, if you've got the ball, it'll help to open and stretch the toes, and you'll feel that underneath. It's just giving your feet a bit of a stretch, a bit of an acupressure. And again, the certain parts of your body represent certain parts of your foot represent different parts of your body. I have put it up, I think, the different areas of your foot and what they represent in acupressure. So if you find that one part of your foot is really sensitive, make sure you change feet. Or before you do that, have a sort of feel. How do the feet feel? Just seeing if they feel different. Yeah, certain parts, the more it hurts, that tends to be, or where you'll find that you've got, there's a problem in the body. So if you find that you feel something in the middle, down, then it's probably something to do with like your stomach or anything like that. Or you've got my knee problems, or lower back run down the side, the spine runs down the back side of there. Things to do with your head are all in your toes. Your neck is just underneath the toes in the ball of the foot. But it should feel quite nice. It's nice and painful at the same time. But keep your ball close, because we're going to work a different muscle later on for the lower back. This is quite nice, especially if you've got a ball. So, make sure you put your ball somewhere where you're not going to fall over it. And let's bring ourselves into sun salutation. So bringing our feet into mountain, ourselves into mountain pose. Making sure that we're pulling everything in. Close our eyes, think about what we want. Let's breathe in, lift the arms up, reach back. Breathe out into a forward bend. Breathe in into a half bend. Step back with the right foot. Breathe in, lift up into a lunging warrior. Bring the hands round. Step back to down dog. Come up onto your tiptoes. Roll forward into plank. Bend the elbows. Lift up to up dog. Breathe out and step back to down dog. Breathe in, lift the left leg up. Breathe out, step it through the hands. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out. Oh, sorry. Step in. Went wrong there myself. Breathe in. Stretch back. Other side. Breathe out. Forward bend. Breathe in to a half bend. Breathe out. Step back. Breathe in. Lift the arms. Breathe out. Step back to down dog. Breathe in, come up onto your tiptoes, and breathe out, come to plank. Breathe in, lift to up dog, and breathe out, back to down dog. Breathe in, lift the right leg. And breathe out, step it through the hands. Breathe in, lift to lunging warrior. And breathe out to a forward bend. Breathe in, lift up, and breathe out. Bring the hands back to prayer. Lovely. See it? Even though I messed up, we're back into another one. So we're going to go into warrior 2. So our feet are going to be pointing forward. We're keeping the hips forward, but we're going to turn the foot out. But we don't want the hips to go with it. I'll bring it up so you can watch the arms. So with our foot turned out but our hips still in, we're reaching our arms out. We're going to bend the front knee, making sure that we're not letting our knee drop in, we're keeping it in line, and we're not leaning forward over the leg, we're keeping our body nice and straight. Imagine someone's pulling your arms in 2 different directions. As you breathe in, the lungs expand out. We're going to reach forward now. and bring our elbow down onto our knee and bring our arm up towards the ceiling into side angle pose. From here, staying exactly where we are, all we're going to do is straighten the front leg so that we come into a triangle pose. But nothing else should move, it's just that our knees straightening, our hands lifting, we're staying where we are. Now imagine somebody's in the ceiling and they're going to grab our finger and they're going to lift us up and lift us out. Drop our arms, lift your toe, turn your foot back in. So I'll drop it down, so we're going to go and watch the feet. So again, turning the foot out but keeping them hips in line. Reach the fingers up, thumbs up towards the ceiling. Bend the knee. Make sure the knee's not dropping in, that it's pushing back and that the body's not leaning forward. We're staying centre. We're pushing down through the outside edge of the foot. We're pulling our knees away from each other. You can look over that front hand and lift the chin, because this is warrior pose, warrior 2, so it's a strong pose. We're going to reach forward, bring the elbow down, the hand goes up towards the ceiling, thumbs over our head. We're still stretching them legs out. We're making sure we're not rolling forward, we're reaching up. We're staying where we are, but we're just straightening the leg. We can place our hands on the leg if we want. And then we're going to be pulled up to the ceiling and lifted, bringing the feet in, bringing the hands down. So let's move a little quicker through that. We'll move with our breath. So breathe in, bring the arms up. And as you're breathing out, turn the foot out. Breathe in, stretch them arms. Breathe out, bend the knee. Breathe in, stretch them arms. Breathe out, bend the body. Breathe in, reach the hand towards the ceiling. Breathe out, straighten the leg. Breathe in, lift up to the ceiling. Breathe out, bring the foot and the hands in. Other side. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, turn the foot. Breathe in, stretch them arms. Breathe out, bend the knee. Breathe in, stretch the arms. Breathe out, bring the arm down. Breathe in, stretch the arm up to the ceiling. Breathe out, straighten that front leg. Breathe in, lift. And breathe out. Lovely. So bring it in, give yourself a little shake. You may want your block or something to lean on for this one. We're going to do a reversed half move. So we're taking the foot out, we're bending the knee, we're bringing our block down to the opposite leg. We're taking our hand onto our bum. We're going to maybe move that forward if we need to. Lift that back leg off. Twist towards the back. We can look to the floor. We can look back. We can look towards our elbow at the back. We're going to bring that back leg down. We're going to look back over that foot, bend the knee, lift ourselves back up. I'm going to do this same thing, but I'm going to do it backwards, otherwise I can't see us. So we're bending the knee, bringing it down towards the foot, placing the hand on our bum. You may want to move it a little bit further, it depends on where it is, but it may be rather by the foot or just slightly in front. We're moving forward, straightening that front leg and bringing ourselves to our toe, and then seeing if we can lift our leg off the floor and bend our elbow towards the ceiling. Lovely. Let's bend that front knee, bring the foot down, bring our hand down so we're looking over that front leg, bend the knee, bring ourselves back up. So we're going exactly the same way and then we turn ourselves back round to the front. Let's do one more on each side, so turn ourselves round. Opposite hand and opposite leg, so you're bringing it down. Place your hand on your bum. You can always bring that arm up in the air when you're ready. Move forward, bring the weight onto that front leg, adjust that block wherever it needs to be. Lift that back leg off. Turn that elbow towards the ceiling. Bend the front knee, bring that back leg down, rotate back so that you're looking back down at that foot, you're bending that front knee, you're coming back up, you're twisting back round. Last one. Turn the knee, turn the foot, bend, bring it down, place it on your bum. Move it forward, straighten that front leg, lift that back leg off. If you feel you can, you could turn and straighten that arm, but don't worry about that. And then we're going to bend, bring the foot down, rotate back in, lift up, turn it back. Lovely. Very good, ladies, very good. So let's take ourselves down onto the floor. So remember, we can go up, down, jump back, come down, roll down. Also pretty. Also pretty. Oh, that's good. So we're going to take it into a deep lunge. Now again, if you need to, you've got pillows, cushions, stick them underneath so that you can get your arms down. So this is lizard. You're bringing one foot forward and your hand on the inside. You're moving that leg back as much as you can. You can have your block underneath and see if you can get the elbows down. It can be to there. Anywhere you want to be. You just want to let your body relax down. You're just letting the hips drop. You'll feel a stretch on both sides. And then let's bring ourselves back up. Bring the leg back. Change sides. So bringing the foot forward. So it's just the hand on the inside, feet are flat. Move that back leg back as much as you can. Let your elbows bend and again rest them. It can be anywhere. Doesn't have to be on the floor. It can be on a load of pillows, towels, cushions, blocks, anything you want it to be on. But just rest. The more comfortable you feel, the longer you'll be able to stay here, the longer you stay here, the easier them ligaments start to let go. And let's bring it back up again. We're going to change. Now if that back leg hurts, again, pad it. Stick a load of towels, anything underneath it. This time though, we're going to just kind of wiggle. Just let your body kind of move. If it doesn't want to, don't move it. But if it wants to, just let it kind of wiggle around. And then bringing yourself back up. Change sides. So again, taking yourself to wherever you feel comfortable. And then just, if you want to, just wiggle, just move. Think about your shoulders and your hips. and then bringing it back up. So, we stretched quite a lot there. We'll go into now, again, have you all got a ball? Is that a ball that everybody's got? No? What have you got? A tin. Okay. With a tin or anything like that, put something round it so that it doesn't, the metal doesn't catch on you. But you're going to try and let it rest. So the ball or the tin, you're going to try and place it just between the top of the hips and the bottom of the rib cage, and just off to the side of the spine. But so round about here. You're keeping your knees bent, you're placing it just underneath, and when you put it there at first, it shouldn't actually feel anything. It should feel as like, that's so strange, I can't feel anything there. But then you're going to bring the knee up and just pull the knee towards your chest. And you'll feel this kind of pushing, and it's a great big muscular ligament that attaches the legs to the spine. And then let's bring it down. And we're going to take it from underneath, we're going to take it to the other side. So again, just between, so it's not on any bone, it's in between any kind of bones, it's like a fleshy part, and it's away from the spine. You shouldn't feel it until you grab hold of that knee and you pull it in, and then you'll feel it push it against that lower back. And this is one of those overly stretched muscles, because it tends to be bend forward when we're sitting on settees or chairs. And bring it back down. So take that from underneath, you don't need it again, we're only doing it once. But while we're down here, we're going to take ourselves into a bridge pose. And if you've got your block, have that so that we can do a supported bridge. So you're bringing your feet in as close to your bum as possible. Turn your palms over, bring your shoulder blades underneath, tuck your chin in, push your hips, your lower back into the floor so your pelvis tilts up, and then lift the hips up towards the ceiling, squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other, tucking that chin in, pushing the hips up. And then curl all the way down. Open the shoulder blades so that every part of the spine can go all the way down. Push it all the way to the floor. And then lift that lower back so you can get the tailbone right at the bottom. So we're going to bring it back again. Pushing down. Pull the shoulder blades underneath. Lift. Pushing the hips towards the ceiling. Now, if your block's nice and closed, you can grab hold of your block and stick it underneath your pelvic bone. So, the last time we were doing with the ball, we put it to the fleshy part. This is the bony bit. So, this is your pelvic bone, your hip bone. And it should be nice that it should be able to sit flat on there. let the body relax here. Now if you want to, you can hold on to your block and you see if you can lift one foot off the floor. So it's pointing in the air. Lovely, lovely. Is everybody's foot? And then bring that foot down. And let's lift the other foot. You might find that you don't have to hold on to the block. And then bring it down. So we're going to see if we can lift 2 feet off the floor. So this time you may want to hold on to the block just so that you feel a bit secure. You're going to lift 1 foot off and then you're going to see if you can lift the other foot off. Lovely. And then see if you can let go with the block, with the hands. So the hands are slapped down on the floor. So this is a supported shoulder stand. So it's if you didn't want to go up, if you've got shoulder problems or neck problems and you didn't really want to go up too high, you could always bring yourself to here, and it does all the same things that a shoulder stand will do, but without putting the pressure on the shoulder and on the neck. So we're going to bring our feet down. And we're going to push up onto our tiptoes so that we can take our block from underneath us and roll ourselves down. Now we are going up onto a shoulder stand if you want to. If you don't want to, take yourself back to just where we've been. So for shoulder stand, we're pulling our knees in. We're using our hands to lift ourselves up and tuck our hands behind our pelvis. And then walk our hands up our rib cage, bringing our elbows together, pulling our stomach muscles in, pointing our toes all the way to the ceiling. Now if you wanted, you could stay here, or you could always bring the legs down so that you're bringing it over into plough. And then to work on them back muscles, you could lift up and down. And then when you're ready, bend the knees in, walk your bum all the way down, bring the feet down. From here, we're going to push and lift, taking our head back into fish. Stretching the chest, opening the shoulders, stretching that neck. And then let the body roll down. Roll over onto your back belly, and we'll just do a cobra in and out, just to take our back into the opposite direction. So, elbows under the shoulders, fingers down. Now you can stay in Sphinx, or you can breathe in and lift the elbows, and breathe out, bring it back down. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out to bring it back down. Let's do 2 more. And bring it down. Turn the elbows in, let the head drop down. Hold it here. Roll yourself over onto your back. I'm going to again bring the camera down so that if you want to sit up, watch the light. So choose the position that best suits you. So like I said, if you want to, you can focus on the light. Now if you're watching something, keeping your eyes open, you may find that the eyes start to water, and if it does, let it. Glazing is a really good way of irrigating the eyes and helps to keep it nice and fresh and clear out anything that's in there that shouldn't need to be there. And especially been working on computers all day, again, that it's really good for the eyes to stare and let the water naturally come. So blink if you need to, but don't rub the water away, because all blinking does is it'll just make it move all the way around the eye and just refreshes the eyeball. But choose your position. So start with the breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And again, you're trying to make sure that you're filling the whole of the lungs. You want to feel it come all the way from the base of the lungs all the way up to the top. You want to feel it move through the side of the lungs and also through the back of the lungs. You want the breathing to be in through the nose and out through the nose. And just making sure that there's no stress between the eyebrows. There's no gripping of the teeth and the jaw. That you're not pulling your shoulders up or back or forward, that they feel relaxed. That there's no tension in the fingers or the hands. Your body hasn't started to melt into the hips. If you're sitting up, that you're upright. That you know you're working them lower back muscles, but if you're lying down, then all these muscles should be relaxed. As you breathe in, you may want to pull in your pelvic floor, but as you breathe out, you want it to relax. Same as your abdominals. Nobody's watching, let that belly come out. Make sure there's no tension in the bum muscles or through the thighs. That you're not tensing your toes and your feet. Just letting everything just relax. staying nice and relaxed. Start to feel movements through the fingers and the toes. Into the wrists and the ankles. Into the elbows and the knees. Through the shoulders and the hips. If you've been gazing, then make sure that you close or you open and close your eyes so that you make sure that you'll let the water go round. No matter where you are, lift your arms above your head, breathe in, stretch. And straighten your legs out if they've been crossed. And as you breathe out, relax down. Big breath in again, reach one hand and then the other so that the side ribs open. And again, breathing out, bringing it back down. If you're on the floor, pull your legs up towards you and roll backwards and forwards. And if you're where you are sitting, stay seated. I'm going to stop the video and then I'll change the camera back. So the camera's off. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed that.
Thank you. It's lovely. Thank you.
How did you enjoy staying? I was watching you because I'm sitting up watching you doing it as well.
It's lovely. You're right, it does get water in your eyes, doesn't it?
That's it.
No, because I've got dry eyes and my eyes don't water.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So,
yeah.
I would have thought it would have helped as well.
No, they don't water at all.
No. Oh, my no. That's weird. Because it is, to make them water is lovely. So you feel like you're about to cry because you can feel the tears coming down. And if you let them just go, they'll just kind of, everything will just drop out the side of your eyes. No. No.
I can peel onions now and I don't cry.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I normally stick a spoon in my mouth when I'm doing that anyway. But, I wonder, I don't know, let's try with a candle, see if that works. It's really staring at something. But then you do needle point, so your friend's staring at stuff as well. And that didn't help. Oh gosh. The joys of menopause.
Yeah, exactly. Another joyful symptom of the menopause.
I know. And my deafness is supposed to be due to it as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Everything.
You said it soon, will you lot, I swear? Can't wait. Can't wait. Oh God, we're talking about it.
It's a new era.
Now.
It's a new era of your life. That's the way I'm looking at it now. Just going, you know what? I've got to embrace it. I'm learning something new every day. I'm like, oh my gosh, as you're getting older, it's like you just don't. It creeps up on you, and then it's like, oh wow, this is what it's like to be old. Okay, weird. Like I said, no more climbing trees for me.
No, I still think you should climb trees. Yeah.
Or, well, like I said, I think it was more the pushing the swings rather than the climbing the tree.
Yeah.
The swing, that done me. So I ruined my skirt as well. Wearing a cream skirt to go to the park in the rain.
Well, you should have known that from the beginning.
I know.
Climb a tree.
I know. But my granddaughter, after we ruined, I've got a great big mud splashed all across it. She was going, but you look really nice though, man. I'm going, yes, I know, I did. Now I just look like a tramp. Everybody's out there in their Wellingtons and jeans, and there's me in a skirt, my boots.
Well, what can I say? And you should know that if you go to a park, Tiana is going to climb a tree and she's going to get stuck.
Every time. And I say to her before she goes up the tree, do not get stuck. Don't get stuck. And then next...
When we went out, she got stuck in 2 trees. So it wasn't even 1, it was 2 trees.
Yeah.
She got stuck in.
I'd leave them until they decide not to climb a tree.
But I like them climbing. It's like, as I was saying, it's nature's climbing frame is a tree. And so when we go out, that's how I kind of get round them, because I trick them into, like, we're going to a park, and then I take them to somewhere where there's no actual park. It's just trees. And they'll go, it's not a park. And I'm going, it is a park. It just hasn't got a playground. And so you have to make your own playground. So we have to find something so I can get them out. Otherwise they'll just be stuck on computers all day, and I can't take it. I'll sit there and watch them all like that, not talking. And I think, no, come on, we're going out. Oh, we're going for a walk. So with this time we took sandwiches with us, wraps, and we had our picnic in the car, because it was too cold to picnic anywhere else. So we picnicked in the car. But that was lovely. I enjoy it. They do enjoy it. They moan, but when they get out there, they enjoy it. Like I said, they find trees, and then you hear them, they're playing games, and they're like, I'm such and such, and you're going to be such and... Some of their games are a bit weird, but they're role-playing. And like, I'm the mum, and you're the child, and you're the dad. And then one time I was listening in, and one of them was the mistress, the dad's, I know, his girlfriend, and I was like, what?
You watch EastEnders, that is.
Must be, 'cause-
That's not from Family Life, is it?
and it's not from Coronation Street.
What is it?
It's the only soap I watch in my house. I don't watch it, EastEnders. But yeah, I was like, what that? Who? It's the dad's girlfriend. I'm like, what the hell? I don't know where they get these ideas. It's all this Roblox and all that they play. They're all weird. So, right then, ladies, I'm off.
Okay.
I shall see you if you join me. Tomorrow is what's tomorrow? Oh yeah, adapted yoga, and then the 7 o'clock my
Yoga.
practice. Yeah, so on Instagram only. All right then. See you later.
See you later.
Bye.